You should reach your destination by 9:13 a.m.
No texting and driving.
No text and driving. I sit. I got that signals here to do it. Even that is not right, but
no, I know the whole. I get all messed up in my head. What is right? As you know, my daughter is in 12th grade and she's writing college app.
Right.
And you know, my own experience of being an electrical engineer, electronics, masters in VLSI, chip design, and then this other side of me wanting to be an actor, stage, and so when she's saying English, I'm like the Indian dad in me.
Right.
If it is not medicine, it is not law, it is not in engineering, what will be her future?
What will be?
Knowing very well that I've seen people succeeding without engineering, at least in America, very well, doing very well.
But I think it is easier to succeed with a computer science or something like that, especially when we look at ourselves being in this industry, knowing people to get them into some place and train them and guide them and all those things.
Which is there, but my one of my thought is follow your passion. And once you follow your passion and you can make a career out of it, and you know, definition of success, monetary success is not the only measurement of success. Right? So कितना पैसा लेके कहाँ जाओगे?
That has happened because I spoke to my daughter and I asked her what she wants. So primarily when we talk about math and science, that's where. So she's not a math person. She likes biology. Then she said so medicine and all that. I said that you decide what it is. She said one thing I can't do is that I can't get up in the morning and go to places where you guys go to work and sit in front of a computer without talking to people. I said that we do talk to people. It's not that we don't talk to people. But for her, she says that I want to be directly interacting with people on a regular basis. I don't know, she has some impression that we just communicate with computers and not with people.
But that happened with me. You know, I did engineering and I was doing chip design, sitting in that cubicle, and I just felt like shackled. And you know, my other side of my personality. And I thought, man, this has to change. It took me a 2-year journey to figure out what that change is. And then, you know, I used to watch these marketing and sales guys, and they were always happy, and they were always talking, and they were traveling the world, and they were doing beer bashes.
But I never thought that you did not come from marketing background. You came from a VLSI chip design.
Chip design guy, Cypress Semiconductor. January 1st, 2000. So that was my mental Y2K problem. January 1st, 2000, I moved to marketing. I said enough is enough. So I started my career in 94. So 6 साल तक engineering किया, same rinse and repeat for me, right? Other people love, and it is fantastic. And that's what the thing is. Everyone is so different from other. That you, my calling was marketing, and I have loved it from that point on.
Because the interest in
it doesn't feel like you're going to work anymore. It's all, and then I see that, you know, that has transpired in my so professionally I'm super happy, and then personal life, then my hobby life, I lead marketing for Natak, I lead marketing for the Rajiv Nema Indori brand. So but it doesn't feel like, you know, I have compartments anymore.
So was theatre always there in your life?
Oh yeah.
Was it theatre or was it
stage?
Because you have
stage
right?
and microphone.
Stage and microphone, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
it was there since 5th grade.
Okay.
I remember distinct.
Okay.
My dad saying कि वाद विवाद प्रतियोगिता है, उसमें जाओ. मैंने कहा कि ये वाद विवाद क्या होता है? Debate. तो 5th grade में छोटे से we used to live in a small city called Vidisha. And he said he was in bank in Madhya Pradesh, in a city called Vidisha. Because my dad was in bank, every 3 years we used to get transferred. So we were in Vidisha. He said वाद विवाद प्रतियोगिता में ये क्या होती है, बोले स्टेज पे सबके सामने भाषण देना पड़ता है, and here is the topic, and I didn't know उसमें ओपिनियन होता है वाद विवाद में, you have to give your वाद और विवाद, your pro or against, for or against. तो he said okay मैं लिख के दे दूंगा. तो he gave me a page
Pointers.
written on. No, the whole speech was written.
What needs to be said? Okay.
So I remember standing in front of a microphone and reading the whole thing, and people clapped. But I loved that experience. So that point was the first time I had.
Right.
I was on a stage in front of many people,
you should read Nazaruddin's autobiography. So, yeah.
Actually, I've been wanting to.
Yeah. So I got a signed copy when from Nazaruddin.
Awesome.
So he, Anamika had gone to. She was doing a. So that movie had Nazaruddin. So when she was going, I said that the only thing I need is that it's coming up next month. So I want him to sign this stuff. So if you failed in school, you get free. That's what he said. If you did not do your studies properly, or failed in college or school,
then you get
it free. I'm not going to take money because that's for you. So he says about this particular thing about theatre, because he was not a good student, but he liked movies, and he said that he never used to see Bollywood movies, and his dad used to take him to all these Hollywood movies those times, and theatre was the first time, because he has a bad experience with all his teachers. So he doesn't like any of his teachers.
Yeah.
And they belittled him, and they said he was not good enough and all those things. And theatre was one time when he said that he was in the stage.
He was the king of the.
Yeah, he was king of that place, and he said that's when he found out that he is something.
Yeah.
And
that's very true.
Yeah, and it's very interesting book is how he takes that whole thing, theatre, and how that whole thing changes his life.
Especially, also maybe I have this in me to stand out, to be different from the crowd.
Right.
Not like intentionally कि मैं crowd में हूँ तो वहाँ खड़ा होता हूँ, मैं कपड़े ऐसे भड़कीले पहन लिए ताकि people say कि ये राजीव है.
Right.
But in engineering, if you're doing stage and stuff, then you are already in the small crowd.
Right.
But you are in the loser crowd.
Yeah, you're in the loser crowd.
इस साला ये कुछ कभी जिंदगी में नहीं बन पाएगा. But I was both. I was good student, but I really was myself when we were doing annual function preparation in college. Whatever, many competition happen. Not just play or theatre, right? They will have Agadam Sagadam Jam, just a minute, random stuff. You have to keep talking.
Right.
As long as there is a mic and a stage.
Right.
I was in all those competitions.
Which actually probably helped you when you switched into marketing career. That actually helped you probably, right?
I'm saying the other way around. Because of all those things, I had this when I was debating what is this, how do I get up engineering and what do I want to do. It was the natural attraction was to do that thing, because those people were standing in front of the crowd and talking, giving message, positive.
When you look at these marketing people, you were thinking that they were stealing your life.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. But I didn't have an MBA or whatever Walton Booth कुछ भी नहीं था. And I still don't have it. But I feel I stand with the best of them.
That's good. See, I think that's where what you really want to do in life actually helps you to find out what you want to do and kind of do it. Because if it was not theatre, maybe you wouldn't have connected with those marketing people the way you connected to make that shift.
Yeah.
Which says that, okay, right, Rajiv, try it. It will happen. Kind of stuff.
Mary, one of my learnings, I keep telling my nephews, nieces, my own daughters, no effort goes to waste in life.
Right.
So if, even when we're talking, my kids are 3rd grade, 8th grade, whatever. Right. If they have some interest, like you were saying, she likes track. My daughter, she likes swimming. She likes dancing. So just do it. Like, don't think, this dancing is taking away from my exam, or this is taking me away from assignment. These kids, when they are interested, they slot, or we all, when we are passionate about something, we find time for that.
Right.
Otherwise, people keep saying, time doesn't nikla. So how come you are everywhere? How come you are able to do that? Because there are a lot of things which I am not attending to.
Right.
And because I have no interest in that.
Yeah. For me, it's very trivial, happens.
Yeah.
And that happens with every place. And coming to that, I was thinking, so you have a multicultural family, right?
Oh, that is.
So how does Indori and your this thing and this, because normally with the actually, if you have an interest which is different from your partner, then itself there's a language, there's a culture, there's all these things.
Everything.
And you have not, and you're going in that Indori.
We're married for 21 years.
Yeah, and Indori is by itself is a more
as rustic, as hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore, right?
As niche.
Yeah. So how does that translate? And
so my wife.
how do you get appreciation
My wife
from
is the world's first Nicaraguan Indori.
Indori?
You know,
Yeah.
Indian American, African American.
Right.
So she's not Nicaraguan Indian. She's Nicaraguan Indori.
But there's
her whole exposure is to poha and jalebi. And
Poha
chai.
and jalebi.
No, so it has worked out for us.
Right.
I think you should ask her whether it has worked out for her or not.
No, maybe that also added. That also was a reason to, because there is an excitement to something new always in life.
Yeah.
But in the other cases, what happens that if it was an Indori person, Indori, you have been. So,
24 घंटे वही चलता रहता है घर बाहर इधर उधर.
So that
What
excitement is
yeah,
lost.
yeah. What's new? What's
Yeah,
unique?
yeah.
What's
So
different?
So Indori has that spiciness always remaining, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It is just like that. If after a long days of work,
Yeah.
we are doing presentation, shusha,
Right.
CMO, CEO,
Right,
ये
right.
वो चल रहा है.
Right.
Here you break away at 5:30. You sit in your car and you roll down the window and you start speaking in Indori and have your
Right,
camera on.
right.
Make an Indori video about Modi
Right.
Mama आ रहा है भैया.
Right.
अपने को तो बिल्कुल तंतरा
But
काम
that is
करना है.
good because it has 40,000, 50,000 likes, views, you know.
बहुत,
right?
बहुत, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
40,000 was in first 2 days. or
Yeah,
3
and
days.
Facebook, you know.
So I have a YouTube channel
Okay.
where there are about 125, 126 videos. You know, engineer in me. When
Okay.
I loaded the first video, I called it Indore 1.
Okay.
Then when I loaded next one, Indore 2, Indore 3. So now there is Indore 125.
Okay.
You can see how many videos
Okay,
are there.
okay.
If someone says, oh, आपकी वो वीडियो बहुत अच्छी थी जिसमें साड़ी बेचने वाले हो या गिफ्ट में क्या देना
But
है,
that's
oh,
not-
I say, oh, Indore 12, Indore 25.
Right.
I know. So there are about 3 million views on YouTube on all these videos.
Okay.
But then ever since Facebook happened and ever since WhatsApp happened, now the count is lost. How many views have happened?
Right.
Some of my better ones, more viral ones have gone on WhatsApp,
Right.
and then there is no control,
Right.
and I love it.
And WhatsApp, because WhatsApp videos are more, it becomes more viral.
Oh.
Especially in India now.
Oh no, yeah,
More than
India's for sure. You know, everyone. 2 years back, I went to India for my dad's 75th birthday celebration. So I was, doing the event management and talking to the tailor to get the suit stitched for him, me, the tent house guy who has to bring the chairs and all. Everyone is using WhatsApp. Everyone. So
right.
first thing is the tailor and tent house, both guys. I went with my brother to set up. So, अरे आप तो वो वाले हो ना? तो अरे आपकी वीडियो वो he's showing samples of different chairs and bed sheets and whatever those tent house thingies to my brother, and the other guy at the thing he's searching in his iPhone, his phone, whatever Samsung, whatever phone for my videos. Like, अरे आप तो ये वाले हो.
Right.
So it happened both with the tailor and the so even those guys knew my videos.
Right, and I think because you do that Indori thing, it gets you connected with that very core of where you are from, right?
Correct. Oh,
If it was general Hindi,
I feel मतलब वो तो है, but I feel more Indian and I feel more from Madhya Pradesh. I feel more from Indore now than ever before.
Right.
That is amazing. Like 25 साल हो गए. I've spent more time of my life now
outside
in America.
Yeah.
I've done only India and America.
Right.
Coming to America was my first trip outside Indore.
Okay.
I was a day scholar. Even for college,
Right.
I stayed at home.
Right.
So I guess I should say away from home.
Right.
We have traveled in India.
Right.
But रहने के लिए घर से दूर, इंदौर से घर में, मम्मी का आंचल छोड़ के सीधे लुइसियाना बैटन रूज में आए.
Right. And that too, Louisiana.
Exactly. But it was America.
Right.
I didn't know the difference. now people you say, oh, you went to Louisiana. How was that culture? What are you talking about?
Yeah, because
it was America. It was
all the same. Yeah. But I think there are many people, and that's the main reason I wanted this to do. And you were asking me yesterday when we met, what is the name of this? Actually, there's no name. So I I decided to start this as InDriveView.
Yeah.
So I thought about interview, and then I said it's not interview. It's basically I want to drive. I want to have some way in which I communicate with someone, talk about generally about things, and have viewpoints about life in general and what people want to do. And I have been having this thought for I think when I stepped into my middle age or whatever it is, and then I found out a lot
middle age already. I haven't hit that.
Middle age is what, 40, right?
But that is on paper.
That's on paper. Yeah, on paper. When I hit the on paper middle age.
I'm saying even in mentality, mindset, you might be, but I am not. I am still 17, 18, 19.
Right,
I feel like I just graduated of engineering. And this year is Silver Jubilee reunion of my engineering.
Oh,
graduated in 1990.
Oh.
So 2015, 25 years back. But I feel like it was literally yesterday.
Okay. So
I haven't hit the middle age.
You're not hit. But you're with the middle-aged guy talking about middle-aged problems. But there are many people who have gone. You don't feel that because you have carried your passion along with you.
Yeah,
but some people who have not carried their passion, who left it somewhere in the middle, for them middle age matters because they think that. Because everything that they were.
I wish I could do that.
They were looking for career.
क्या दिन थे?
Right.
हम लोग क्या दिन थे? अभी भी हैं.
Right. And if you look at WhatsApp groups where people become so active in WhatsApp, who are not so active like that way outside, you will know that they are finding WhatsApp as a way to get out of their actual
shell.
And no one uses video as a medium.
Even I started in 2009. I remember specifically the date, also 28th May 2009, and I was eating lunch. At home, and I was tinkering with, that time iPhone was not there, at least I didn't have it, so there's no smartphone, so I had my regular Canon camera, and I was tinkering at being a narcissist actor. I always take selfies, so I have been taking selfies even before selfies were
Selfies were there.
Selfie was a word. So I turned the camera towards me, and I turned it on, and I started talking, and I didn't even know it was in video mode. I thought I started taking pictures. So I looked at it, and then I started talking, and then wherever I got stuck about that topic, because it randomly started without any planning thinking, I turned the camera around, put in the replay mode, and I'm like, let me see how the picture came out. And it was a video, and I listened to that video. It was awesome. I was like cracking up. I'm like, where did that thought come from? It looks good. My facial expression looked awesome. It looked like Indori.
But then I thought many people have this other side to them, and I wanted to call this other side, but other side has a bad connotation to it. Other side is always dark.
Yeah.
But this is the brighter side, the passionate side of people, and many times they don't take that step to do it. And why? I don't know why it is. I never had any hobbies when I was a kid. I was just a normal kid. Nothing. I never used to write. Never used to read. I started reading later. I started writing later.
This is all you are what you are. Your other side is post graduation.
Post graduation.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's probably, I would call it about maybe about 10 years.
Last 10 years?
Yeah, last 10 years.
Oh wow.
My entire...
Otherwise you were very just monochrome, single thing.
Yes.
पढ़ाई लिखाई कर ली और
पढ़ाई लिखाई नहीं करता था, but I was doing a lot.
पढ़ाई लिखाई भी नहीं की और कुछ passion में
कुछ नहीं था. So
how do you inspire your kids? So you have to lie to your...
No,
or you just let them be?
No.
कि मेरी life से तो अच्छी है.
नहीं, I never used to try to inspire. But Usha did well in school. So you need to at least be able to point. No, not on your side.
ऐसे करोगे क्या होगी जिंदगी, मम्मी से सीखो.
You never say that.
Whatever A, B, C, D, G, whatever that thing is, and राग ताल ये जो भी बात करते हैं, he's able to talk in their language just in 4 years, versus the other people would have been doing since 5th grade.
Right.
So I'm saying it's never too late to start and pursue these things, and
music,
he's super happy. He's super happy.
And music, for that matter, we always think that after, I mean, for you, since you're not middle-aged, you won't have a problem. But for me, to starting it, the fingers are not ready to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was hidden in me somewhere, and the topic, the two Indoris meet. The first thing they are trying to do is get their kids married, right? If I have a girl, I'm trying to figure out how old is your boy, and figuring out what is your financial status, right? You can afford this car, and you are living in Fremont, America. Maybe, if not my daughter, at least someone. You're trying to hook people up is the first conversation. So that is my Indore one. Getting people. So that's how it started. So without any planning. So and that time YouTube was becoming popular in America, but definitely not in India. Though again, it is matter of you make time for things.
Yes.
But
so I buy a
my
lot
kids
of
say the only book I read is Facebook.
Vinod Khosla is what they normally say. Vinod Khosla comes here. Vinod Khosla comes here.
चलो देख के आते हैं. चलो मिल के आते हैं. चाय पी.
I remember because when someone took me over here, saying that this is where if you have not come here, you have not.
You need some money.
Yeah, but it's so much rush. That's a big wait. And so
we were talking about mainstream theatre.
Yeah, mainstream theatre and Natak.
So it's amazing, and that's where we get our inspiration by. You go to watch any of the productions, you learn so much. When you are in that field, you're like, oh, how did they do that set, or how did they do that special effect, or man, that is an inspiring acting, or that is the real acting, and how you feel it. So, and we can afford it because we don't do it for money.
Right.
So then, since you are doing it for your hobby, then why not do it well? Otherwise, don't do it. Right. So that's how I think the mindset of all different people who come into Natak, and it's a very open group.
Right.
You just need to find time. Time and passion.
Right.
And then you are part of Natak.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But I think.
But the coming to it, this whole internet. I feel everything is democratized, right?
Right.
Like no longer you need to be a Khan or a Bachchan to do something.
Script is so don't do anything.
Exactly.
And
now
the
tolerance of people, is completely so low.
That's right. I think. So now, what is your next step, other than work? Natak. But Indore is
one thing I really
can
want to do, but I haven't gotten myself to do it, is go on a tour. My Indori one-man stand-up comedy of America. In America, not America.
Oh, in America.
In America, because there are so many pockets of my fans, the people who follow me, and it is not just, it is Indori.
You take this 280 and go, right?
Yeah.
Or this is also 280, right?
But you are going to get in a jam there. Oh yeah, go here, because that is 280 south. Let's go here.
Yeah.
So my followers and the people who write to me and the people who have been watching the videos are not just Indoris. That is the beauty of it. I love.
Oh.
Go across this. They're all over India. People who are Hindi speakers.
Right.
But tons of people from UP, Rajasthan, Bihar, and I run into them. So I feel like not some big show, but maybe 50-100 people show do in Houston, Dallas, Boston, New York. Appreciation. But I had appreciation of Shakespeare when I did the translation. Now I know that Shakespeare was a genius. He could think about these kind of things. We go straight.
Yeah. So actually,
like the all characters are so real. Now I can associate, but I couldn't because I was lost in language and that British style of speaking. But doing this Taming of the Shrew, I'm like, wow. So now I want to see all of Shakespeare plays. Ideally, I would like to see them in Hindi, right? So that I can appreciate even more.
Right. Because they were saying about Shakespeare itself. What was that guy's name? He talks about education on TED Talks. Sir Ken Robinson. Ken Robinson. Okay. Ken Robinson is a guy who talks about education and kids and all. So he was telling, people when Shakespeare was a kid, and then he stops and says, most of you never thought that Shakespeare would have been a kid at one time.
That's a good point.
And I said that. Just imagine that classroom. And he'll be sitting over there. The teacher will say, Shakespeare. And he'll say, thou. And he'll say, Shakespeare, not that way. Speak proper English. No, not thy, thou, thee. Why can't you be like other people?
Awesome thought, right?
Yeah, so
that is your nazariya, the perspective. And then tons of Bollywood movies might have been made on Romeo Juliet, है ना? और वो खिचड़ी बना दी होगी Romeo Juliet का कुछ लिया, King Lear का कुछ लिया, Demi वाला का कुछ लिया. But you know, if you keep it very authentic and very real and true and honest to what Shakespeare wrote, and you do the translation, you will reach the masses.
That's right.
And then I put it on my Facebook page. There is a celebrity page with a blue tick now. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. How many blue ticked people you know?
You have a blue on Twitter?
Yeah, on Facebook.
On Facebook, okay. Facebook has a tick, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, page with a tick. Okay.
My kids, when I got the tick, their kids were like, "Oh my God, our dad is a celebrity!" That was, that is like, it just happened three months back. They were writing to all their friends. They were taking a screenshot of my page and saying, "My dad has a blue tick."
That's good.
Yeah. So there are 12,000 or so followers there. So I just put there that I'm going to be in Vegas, or I'm going to be in Boston, I'm going to be in Ireland, and people come with laddu or poha at the airport, in the hotel lobby, saying, "Sir, bas aapse milna tha, aapke sath photo khichwana tha," or we just wanted to say thank you because we have been living away from India, and the kind of things you talk about, they bring the memories back, and you are one of us, you are an engineer who has migrated. So there are so many of Indians like that, right? Middle class.
Actually.
So that brings to the, like in India, in 80s, there used to be a TV serial called Katha.
Katha, yeah, I remember
It
that.
would be a 30-minute show, which was some famous story of Chekhov. Indianized and then made a serial out of it. It was one of the best shows which I liked.
Right.
Along with the comedy Ye Jo Zindagi and stuff, but this was like meaty, but global stories, but look so Indian. So similarly, we are doing our next, Natak is doing our next production called Mela. But Mela is just a name we gave, but it is collection of short plays, which were all in English, written by different playwrights around the world, including Satyajit Ray, including Chekhov. And we have translated in different Indian language. So one in Tamil, one in Telugu, one in Marathi, Gujarati, Punjabi, Haryanvi. And presenting this a bouquet. We originally were thinking of bouquet of plays, right? Presenting just 20-minute plays. You watch 20 minutes this Mallu plays, 20 minutes this Malayali is not. If you are a writer, if you have interest, next time, if this experiment is successful, you want to do a Malayalam play, right? We would love to do this. The whole idea of Natak originally was to do Indian plays. Or Indian languages, right? It can be global plays, just like this Katha example, but which has Indian people can connect to it, like Rabbit Hole, you can connect to it. So, but the idea was never to do Shakespeare in its original language, because then what is the point, right? The white people for whom I don't look like a King Lear, right? But I can look like Raja Bhanushali. True. Right? So if you adapt it and then present Shakespeare story, then go do it, and do it in many Indian languages. That is the beauty of, people talk about diversity in America. They haven't seen anything. Then every 10 miles of India is a different culture, different language, different dialect.
They've not. They will be. They would say we suffer from the chronic diversity syndrome. Because that's how we live, right? So much. I mean, I just have to drive from my home 20 minutes, and I will reach a different dialect.
Exactly.
In one way, they will say you're from this part of the town.
Exactly. People's last name were their village.
Right. Yeah. Last name. Now also, what they do is that writers, specifically actors, people who go in the industry, they will put their last name as the place.
Where they are from. Like I was seeing, this India trip, I want to go to Goa and that area, and I was zooming into Google Map, and I saw a town called Padukone. So Deepika Padukone, Prakash Padukone, they were from a town called Padukone. So similarly, there were so many towns, these famous artists, and you wonder where their names came from. Some Indian names are from profession, which their ancestors might have, and a lot of these people are from the towns. So my kid should be called Natasha Fremont and Anisha Fremont.
Maybe you can choose.
Now I can change them to Anisha. अगर थोड़ा प्रश्न वो डालना है तो झिंटाक तो Natasha Cupertino and Anisha Saratoga.
They speak Indori? They understand Indori?
No.
No, right?
But they're troopers, big time troopers. Like my last video which I made was about the cricket match which was happening in Indore, and all the tickets were sold out for the stadium. So I read a WhatsApp message, a little WhatsApp message, and it gave birth to that video. Thought is, start selling the rooftops and treetops, you know.
Oh yeah, to see the
look. So then I came up with that thought that I have a business, you know. In India there is a popular website called bookmyshow.com to book your any play ticket or any game ticket, like the cricket match. So I said bookmymachan.com. Machan is the Hindi word for this platform which you build on top of the trees and stuff. We'll make it right here. So bookmymachan.com. And so I came up with the idea in like 2-3 minutes. I had like kids all worked up. One kid was playing all the ringtones because I had a busy business and all these phones are dialing and ringing off the hook. One daughter was videotaping me because I had phones all over the thing. So these kids and my wife completely support my craziness.
That's good.
So you definitely need that. Your ecosystem is to support.
Right.
If you see 3 angry faces, then I'll never be inspired to make that. We should have people watch
how long
we should have those 2 people in the world who care about us, watch us.
Maybe
Live broadcast.
You don't need the entire. You don't need it to be big. If people want to watch, let them watch. If not, watch.
Actually, I have done this. I have done not this style. I love this style. But I went to my favorite barber in India. In India, I have to go to the barber to get a haircut. Even if I don't need a haircut, just for the ambience and that conversation.
Yeah, because they have
even after I go for a shave, but he will do better and deeper shave.
Right.
So this is my house.
And they have the most up-to-date details of what is happening around the world outside the barber shop.
Exactly.
No, because most of the time when you look at a guy, especially in America or somewhere, talking about India, they talk about the Indian American or the American Indori, but yours doesn't sound as an American Indori.
No.
It is Indori.
Yeah, exactly.
But the fact that you are an American is in the background that people kind of maybe some of these people might not even be knowing that.
Oh, many people, sir, I am coming to Indore. I would like to meet you. You will reach before me because I am 2 days away.
Right.
Like, you are in America? Oh, sir, आप कैसे बात करते हो? ये तो हमारे इतने लोग इंडिया अमेरिका चले जाते हैं तो उनकी तो एक्सेंट आ जाती है, ये आ जाता है उनका, सो जो हाई फाई बातें करते हैं ये वो, बट आप तो बिल्कुल ऐसे लगते हो मेरे बड़े भाई, मेरे चाचा, मेरे ताऊ, मेरे दादाजी ऐसी बातें करते थे. You can't believe that you are not here.
That's right. But that's a good thing. I mean, I think you have 2 tracks. One is the natak thing, the play thing, and another thing is the Indori stuff, which is more of a it's a one act. It's a stage show, right? It's not. You can't call it a stand-up. Can you call it a stand-up?
No, I call it sit down.
Sit down.
Because I'm not standing up. Because I'm sitting like this with my camera.
Right.
और भैया यहाँ पे विनोद नारायण जी के साथ बैठे हुए हैं और ऐसी चीज यार, ऐसी लाखिना से मक्खन सरी का इतना बड़ा व्यक्तित्व और बिल्कुल अपने साथ बात करे तो ऐसा लगे ही नहीं कि यार इतना बड़ा आदमी होगा. तो बस तो और भैया हम ऐसे वो तो आ गए सुबह 8 बजे, शनिवार की सुबह, रात को फ्राइडे की रात को 12 बजे उनसे बात हुई. प्रोग्राम में थे हम, वहाँ पे देख रहे थे. बोले यार अपने को ऐसा करना है विचार. मैंने कहा यार आइडिया तो बहुत बढ़िया है कि बस कार में बैठेंगे, कैमरा चलता रहेगा और रिकॉर्डिंग करेंगे. और मैंने कहा यार सुबह 10 बजे आ जाओ. बोला काय का 10 बजे, मैं तो 8 बजे आ जाऊँगा. मैंने कहा अरे 8 बजे आ जाओ, चाय वो नहीं, अदरक इलायची वाली और ऐसे तनतनाट बैठे और ऐसे सिलिकॉन वैली नी करके. मतलब वन थिंग इंदौरीज डू इज एक्सैजरेशन. दे माइट हैव डन फॉर 5 मिनट्स. वो लोग नी करके 2 घंटे तक बैठे रहे, पता ही नहीं पड़ा. और हम तो ऐसे विनोद खोसला के मकान के सामने से निकले ना, जुकरबर्ग के मकान के सामने से, ऐसे करोड़ों की बिल्डिंग है और ऐसा भव्य दृश्य. और रास्ते में जिराफ न हिरण न ये न वो, और खूब मजा आया यार. मतलब उनके साथ मिलके ऐसा लगा कि यार भैया आत्मा तृप्त हो गई.
And they have all these newspapers, and there is all the political debates happen in the barber shop. People will come from both sides and they will discuss everything, and the barber will be there with the knife, and still they will walk out of that place without anyone getting hurt. But yeah,
awesome.
Good.
Chalo, aao andar.
Good.
Come on in.
Yeah, I'll just
park the car. there. 11 already.
11, yeah.
So I was not even exaggerating that we had gone for 2 hours.
Yeah.
We went for 2 hours.
We went for 2 hours, yes.
Wow. But this was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.